So next we have Jeremy. So Jeremy, you can unmute
Hello, can you hear me?
and
Okay.
okay, like Jeremy, you can like what Changi did, you just do introduction and share.
All right. Hi, everyone. Uh, so what you're seeing now is actually my portfolio, and so actually I don't really have a lot of leap core at this moment. I only have one mini leap, or rather, I don't really have a lot of options strategy now. Almost all of them are shares portfolio lah. Then so how I do it is that don't talk about
How
US,
if you
right?
want me to show up or show down or what?
I don't need it. Now it's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
So what happened is that don't talk about US first. I have one in Singapore, and then I have one in Hong Kong. Then that's for DBS for Singapore lah. Then Hong Kong is the REITs, is linked REITs. Then after that, VTI is an ETF that I'm slowly accumulating. Then the rest of it are the US stocks. So most of my US stocks, right, 3 of them I focus on growth stocks because these are the growth stocks are the company that can grow
So Jeremy,
way a lot.
interrupting you a bit, sorry.
Okay.
Can you share your goals for this portfolio a bit more or the big
Oh.
这个 portfolio what you want to achieve? So you always realize, right, before I construct a portfolio, before I even hear what Jeremy, I want to know because if Jeremy is keep talking, right, I don't know does it fit into his plan. So I want to know, understand from Jeremy what is his goals, any KPIs, any financial goals that you want to achieve. This portfolio is ideally a timeline for how long, etc. Yeah.
Okay, so for my portfolio, I just wanted it to have a mixture of apart from it to collect dividends. That's why I have Singapore stocks as well as Hong Kong stocks.
Okay.
Then my US one, right, mainly I'm focusing on looking for growth company. But even though I say growth, right, but actually there are a lot of big names inside, like Adobe, Facebook, Booking.com, Visa, right? The reason is because I entered all this when the drop came in. So because I tried to enter a bit when the drop came in so that at least I can catch it when it goes back up lah.
All right.
Yeah. So for my aim is more towards like having more what's it called? For growth lah in the future.
So what is the definition of growth? Because you keep saying growth, so what we might have different understanding of growth. So I want to get down to make sure we're on the same page. We are aligned in terms of what is your definition of growth. Okay, not putting you on the spot, but just want to, because like I would say Facebook is growing also, correct?
Correct.
If you want a multi-bagger that can grow 10 years ago, the Facebook, this is different. So perhaps your definition of growth is like maybe a few times in a few years.
Wow.
So that's good to know. So sometimes you need to plan out like what is your portfolio KPI, and sometimes you need to review. Like when you guys are at work, you all have KPI, right? And then there's a yearly or quarterly review about whether you can achieve it up. So in your portfolio, ideally, everyone should have certain kind of goals. Do we want to make, or in the whole portfolio first? Do we want to make 20%, 30% a year? Do we want to make 2 or 3 times a year? And that will determine, because that will determine what stocks. If I just want to make 20% a year, it's very simple. Just buy Visa, Facebook. Keeps the thing easier. But if you want to have like 2 or 3 times growth, then you might need to take a bit more risk. You need to have more micro caps, more small caps in your smaller companies in your portfolio. So you need to get that part clear first before because if not, right, it will be a case of like, any company I think is pretty good, I will just put it.
Okay, so for my aim is more like I want to at least on a year-on-year basis about 15% growth.
Okay, year-on-year.
Yeah.
At least a 15% growth.
At least a 15. Because if it's 10%, might as well I just buy ETF.
Yeah.
So to me, it's more like I must aim about 15, minimum 15% growth.
Okay.
So that's my aim lah.
Okay, can continue share like about you.
Yeah. So for me, before I invest in any of the companies, I will actually go and do a lot of research on them to make sure that at least they are fundamentally sound before I go in.
Okay.
And I also, apart from fundamentally sound, right, I also make sure that they are companies where have a long runway and it's a necessity for day-to-day lives. So for example, I will usually, like I will ask, let's say I'll ask people who don't know how to invest, right? I say, hey, what do you think of this company? Then if let's say those commoners, I can tell, hey, this company is very, very good. Then after I will go and research more. Once I research more and I find that, hey, actually the financials make sense, their fundamental make sense, then these are the things that I will then consider to take position in. Because to me, it's that if common people who don't even know about investment knows about the company and they know that it's good and they know that they keep using them, right, it means there is this sticky effect on very normal people.
All right. True.
Yeah, so this is how I do my own market research before I read into the annual report.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to let's run through your some of the companies in briefly.
Run through them, huh?
Yeah, like just why you buy them, what industry they are in.
Okay, so
why you choose them?
Okay, so DBS, right? I mean, DBS we all know in Singapore, it's like the best, the number one bank in Singapore. So I do that purely just because for dividend, and I also do that because I feel that there will not be a time where DBS will collapse. Because if let's say one day DBS collapse, I think Singapore is gone already.
Okay. I just realized we are running a bit of time, so I just think up a bit faster. Okay, so let me ask you, you have your cash flow, right? I think okay, your companies are pretty solid up. Like you have some REITs and banks, DBS Bank for dividend, and you have Vanguard Total, which is the SPY, right? QQQ, you have Mini Lipco, the rest is stocks. Some of the companies are like Partech, Intelligent System, are all like micro small companies. There's a chance for multi-baggers. Booking.com, how come you got 2 times shares? You bought it during the job? Or what's
I bought it during the job.
Yeah, so I think Booking.com is a good company. Just that, like right now, if no one is traveling that much, let's say this whole thing lasts about 6 to 12 months. By the time the next time you want to travel, you forgot you want to go to, you need to go to which website to book things. Is that possible?
Possible.
Yeah, which means their modes might be day by day. Is it getting smaller or bigger?
Smaller.
Yeah, so they are not really at the top of people's mind anymore. You know what I mean? Because of this. So so it's a very unique situation, but there's something to take note of. Because because if no one is going to their website, it's basically because it's 1 year later, if I need to travel, I will still need to use, like this, I still need to book airplanes. I will still use the same airplanes, for example, Jetstar, whatever. But I might I might forgot what website to use. So you realize they are in a very, not the best place to be in. Yeah, so I personally, I don't really like it, but there's something for you to think about. But having said that, the percentage of portfolio is not that big also. So I think it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So what's your plans for your free cash flow? You got 1/3 of it is your cash.
Yeah. Okay. So on the percentage of portfolio, I have some different colors marking.
Yeah.
So the color marking, actually, I told myself that every company my maximum. Oh, something.
Okay.
On the row column G. So I told myself that this is I told myself that every company my maximum I'll go in for 10%.
Okay.
So the color marks for red, right, means to say that's it. I will not enter anymore unless, like for example, Facebook really plunge even more Intelligent System, they won't plunge at this. About $34 now, so I won't go in anymore. Then the one that I highlighted in green, which is Partech, Visa, and Sea Limited. These are the 3 that I am looking into now.
Yeah.
And then the rest of my cash I may load onto these 3 because for me is that I still have my portfolio, my money can still be inside there for a long runway.
Yeah.
So I'm okay, all this money I'm okay to park in there for a good 5 to 7 years and I don't see them. So if I'm okay with parking in there for 5 to 7 years and I don't see them, right, then I will rather load onto companies where I can run even longer which is for Partech and Sea Limited, which all these are more of towards growth stock kind of thing. Yeah, so that's why I highlighted in green to tell myself that when the price hits again, when the price hits my valuation, then I will enter all these things. Most likely I'll be loading up for Visa at this moment.
Okay. So I understand. Get it. That's great. Thanks for sharing. Just curious, show you a random question. Why did you choose Visa over MasterCard?
why did I choose Visa? Okay, because Visa is cheap. The first thing, the obvious is Visa price is cheaper than Mastercard.
Okay, absolute market for share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I also asked all my friends, right? I go and ask like close to 10 people. All of them tell me say if Visa is the first thing that came to their mind. So I was like, okay, Lord, if your Visa come to your mind, then it makes more. Then to me, I just think of Visa lah. But both are okay.
Yeah.
Both are really stable.
I thought you would say because me like Visa. Yeah. So why am I asking this question? Right? Just kidding. Why I'm asking this question is I will say, in my opinion, Visa and Mastercard are pretty similar. Some people, I also ask like you, I also ask around Visa and Mastercard, but they are looking at it from their preference. Do they drink coffee or tea? Do they use Visa or Mastercard more? But from investing perspective, I will dare to say both are pretty similar. Over the last few years, I think Mastercard grew a bit more. Mastercard seems to have better management, but Visa seems to have like more market share in Europe. So all like there's different comparison, but all in all it's about the same. So my take is, if for example you got like 3.5% Visa, if you're going to add another, few percentage into Visa to make it cumulative up to 10% over the next few jobs, right? Because the way I understand it is you're going to add these three, right? PAR, Visa, and C.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's no harm opening another one for Mastercard. You can park it beside Visa.
Okay.
You will be diversified. That reduce some risk on the digital payment industry on itself.
Okay.
No harm, correct? Yeah. So you have no additional risk, but you are able to diversify further. But at the same time, you do not cap your upside because both are pretty okay. Unless you strongly think like Visa have an advantage over Mastercard, then okay lah. But if not, you can get both. So I also have both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just something to think about. So the 33% is what? As the market start dropping more, you will add.
The cash, you mean?
Yeah, the cash.
Yeah. So actually, I'm waiting for the market to plunge even more.
Okay.
Because now and anyway, Visa is already off their the lowest point already from the drop lah.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it to retest the low point.
Okay.
So then when it breaks low, then I'll go in.
So your percentage, right now, is it your ideal percentage if I will look at your chart right now?
Okay, honestly, I feel that I have too much on the ETF, which is VTI.
VTI, okay, 11%.
Yeah. So that part I may want to cut down, to reduce.
Okay.
So that I can channel it into China ETF. I mean, to me, I will always want to hold a portion of ETF so that I can do income gen when things goes back lah. So I may want to cut this one to go into China ETF. Given that China has already done very well for this COVID thing and China is growing, and I realized that I don't really have any China companies inside my portfolio lah.
Yeah, which is actually my next point, but I think it's good that you're aware of it. It's like I think you could have a bit more China exposure.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I mean below China on the rise, and you do not have pretty much any companies. Yeah, so that if you can slowly increase your China weightage, like I'm not sure what companies, just like I prefer JD lah. But you can go for the ETF, Alibaba or whatsoever. I think that would be good also to have a bit of China exposure. No harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I tried to get JD stocks by doing LROS but JD stocks have been very solid They have been always closing above my strike price
Sell more at the money puts on.
Yeah, correct.
That's what I'm doing also. I'm very afraid. So right now I'm in the same situation. I'm selling puts on JD, but they don't come down. I don't get to own them, and I'm very afraid that the market might just run out, and then I end up with zero JD shares.
Correct.
Zero additional JD shares. So that's that. And so one thing you can do, right, is you can like what I mentioned to Chang-Yi earlier. Let's say your whole portfolio is, I would say, 100. Let's say this amount or whatever the amount is your net liquid figure. Plan it with a white, 一张白纸. That means just imagine right now, instead of having all these positions, you have 180,000 K worth of cash.
Okay.
That means you have zero position. How will you plan it? So you might did it before, but right now you want to do it again so that you can. Why are you doing this? So that you can have more clarity on your ideal allocation.
Okay.
So right now you just look at. Right now you are making a decision based on whatever you're saying right now, oh, I should trim my total Vanguard a bit more on ETF. You know what I mean? But if you, so you're looking at it from remedying the situation now viewpoint, which is okay. But what you want to do is you don't want to limit yourself, because by looking at this chart, right, you are anchored by what positions you have right now. So if I were to ask you to think about, if you have zero, you have 100% free cash, what will you do? So you might not even have booking inside, for example. I don't know, but you need to do this exercise yourself, and you have better clarity. It's just a clarity exercise.
Yep.
And you want to compare, then you can do the same chart. Your ideal allocation compared to put side by side with your current, and then you see what is the difference of, then you can tweak accordingly.
Okay, understand.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Anyone have any questions for Jeremy? Just ask. And also any questions in general you want to ask me or what pertaining to whatever we just covered, ask us in the chat. Okay, if not right, then we really have to speed up, because after the public review, I realized I still have a bit of things to share. So this might take a while until maybe like 10 p.m. like that.